29 minutes after the hour of 7 o'clock, welcome back to the Now Morning Show. And this time on a Friday, we normally have food. And Chef Simmone is back with us, and she told us off air that she felt very, very guilty about how much flour and how many carbs she made us eat the last time. So I think we are going on a more healthy route this morning, and I appreciate you for that. I appreciate you for that, Chef, but thank you so much for joining us this morning.
It is my pleasure to be here once again.
Yes.
Excited food. So we're not flour down, but we are still yummy.
Yes, we are.
And we are still infusing Trinbagonian culture into the
Correct.
thing.
Yeah, so last week, just to clarify, like, I love fattening people. It's my job. I take it very seriously.
Time,
but that's the thing. So I know.
No.
We have to balance it. So what I'm doing this morning is just balancing it with people who are still health conscious.
Yes.
And even when you go to fets, there are healthy options that we can offer to patrons that are just as tasty.
Yes.
Right. So we this morning we're going to do quinoa salad. A lot of people use quinoa, or they just boil it, but they don't infuse it with flavor, which is why I think a lot of people they're just not on it.
Yeah.
Right. But quinoa is like fantastic. If you like rice, you'd like quinoa. Because what I did this morning, it's a take on a Mexican quinoa salad. So utilizing flavors that we have locally. So shadow benny, we have tomatoes, black corn, corn, regular corn, black beans.
There we go.
That's what I meant to say. And then again, the fattening part, I'm a fat kid at heart, so
Chef.
I had to add some sweetness, but it's in still healthy form. So it's dried cranberries, and I did caramelized walnuts. So you have walnuts that are chopped up in there.
Texture, flavors, everything. Question.
Everything you need.
As a person who doesn't like to cook, I find a nice way to say it, but quinoa seems intimidating because it's not native to Trinbago.
Okay.
How difficult on a scale of 1 to 10? 10 being extremely difficult, need to be a chef, hotel school kind of skills, and 1 being you can put it in the microwave.
No. You definitely have to. So there is some preparation involved in it. However, it's literally the foolproof. You can't mess it up if you follow this direction. For every cup of quinoa that you boil, you just use 2 cups of water. So it's just like cooking rice.
Right.
You have to put water to boil first. You bring it to a full boil, and then you take your temperature right down. You pour your quinoa in, you stir it, and then you cover the pot and literally leave it 12 minutes, and it's done.
And then you have to fluff something at the end?
Correct. So when that time has elapsed, what you do...
You really have to fluff it?
Well, it sounds fancy, but...
Not fluff something. You
have to fluff the quinoa. Let's be specific. So it's a simple thing of just taking the fork and you're just opening it up, basically. You leave it, let it sit to absorb the rest of moisture that is in there from the steam.
Very
and then it's done.
Yes?
Yes, it's very, very simple. Once you let that cool, you can literally put anything in quinoa. Like
so once we do the boiling part now, when you talk about infusing flavor, is it another cooking process as well?
No, that's literally, you have it's literal, every single thing in here, well, with the exception of the tomatoes and the cucumbers are raw.
Right.
Okay.
What I do is that I take out the seeds. So you can literally make this. For people who like to meal prep, this is a meal prep food that you could literally make, and it lasts for at least 4 days. What I do is that I take out the seeds from I don't use the seeds from the cucumbers or the tomatoes, because what that does is that it encourages it to spoil faster.
As much as you're prepping away to bring it forward a little bit.
Okay,
because that water bowl.
Chef, because I also want to ask as well, I'm seeing a kind of oily texture. So that you put like an olive oil in there or something like that?
Right, so fine, to finish to round it off, you just season it lightly with salt and black pepper.
Right.
And then I drizzle with olive oil and a little bit of lime juice just to enhance some flavors.
Right.
And
lime juice.
that is basically it. It's, again, foolproof.
I'm real glad you're coming with these big bowls that everybody going to get.
No, you cannot take home the bowl. I know that's where you were going with this, but you can't.
But I also love how easy this sounds to prepare, but how delicious it looks. I'm one of those who eats with my eyes.
Correct.
And so this is a very festive looking feast.
Yeah, people always tell me that I'm extra, but I can't if I'm not enticed to eat it.
I remember this from last week. I'm not surprised.
is
I
not
remember
me
this from last
complaining.
week. Yes.
I'm thoroughly enjoying
I'm
this.
just kind of surprised by the amount.
No, I mean none of this is actually bad.
Yes.
These are from last one was cabbage. This one
Yeah, so this is another type of microgreen.
Right.
So it is alfalfa sprouts.
See,
Yeah.
nothing bad.
Again,
Chef,
healthy
and,
stuff.
And again, I have to think about cost because I know labor goes into this. I know
Correct.
that sort of thing. If I'm going to a restaurant and I order this, give me a price point.
So well, this size, typically you can have quinoa as either an appetizer or a lot of people use it as a main course.
Right.
Where you can now add chicken and other proteins to it to nice it up. The size of this, if we're doing this in a restaurant, this size, something like $50.
$50.
Yeah.
Okay. Not bad. Not bad at
Right.
all.
We
And
just
we'll
top it off
drizzling
with
this
some olive oil.
Okay.
And to those of you looking on, it is definitely something you add into your meals
Yeah.
on a
Correct.
regular day,
Correct.
but you can include in your carnival season if you're trying to stay
Correct.
fit
Exactly.
and healthy.
Because
And you
if
can
you-
also meal prep it as well, which I think is key. Because I mean,
That is
people are
key.
so busy now
Correct.
that you can just cook something maybe on the Sunday, prepare it on the Sunday, you pack it away, and then you just grab and go
Correct.
throughout the week. So I love that as
Alright,
well.
All right, so while I prepare
I
the
got ready to
sushi,
go.
and again, when you're in Carnival Fets, we as chefs, we have so much to do. Sometimes there are way too many things for us to try to
Yes.
learn how to do or
Thank
remember
you.
how to do. When
Thank you.
you can have this on a buffet and you have your guests, being extremely happy
Yes.
with your offerings.
All right, well, let's try. Let's do a taste
Textures are
test here.
amazing to me. It's crunch, it's soft, it's cool
There's
actually.
only bush on top for me.
I love the sweetness of the cranberries.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
You're most welcome. Again, Trinis,
I love these for the breakfast.
I have, we like sweet things, so it's always nice to add it up. And there are unfortunate adults that say they don't eat vegetables, so it's an easy way to get people to eat vegetables. All right?
I could hug you. I mean, like you just made. To the
No, Chef, I'm
quinoa.
seeing something that I love particularly. You're
Right.
pulling that out. What is
Yes,
that?
so this
Yes.
is a sushi roll. We have, in recent years in Trinidad, I remember when I studied away, this was something that I ate. I could eat sushi breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I could literally do it easily. But when I came back to Trinidad, it was still very taboo. People have this thing about eating raw fish. So what I do, this is a roll that I do to kind of warm people up who aren't fans of sushi.
Right.
And what it is, it's basically, we'll just call it the TTT Bacchanal roll.
Yes, love it.
It's just,
Our very own sushi.
yeah, your
love
very
it,
own
love it,
sushi
love it.
roll.
Why?
So, well, because it has, it does not have any fish in it, what I did is I breaded plantain. It's on the inside with cream cheese and cucumbers. Again, just for that textural variance. And then I'm going to top it off with something that we love in Trinidad, pineapple chow.
That sounds like the vegan roll.
Well, yeah, we could call it that. too.
Hey, love it. Right up my alley. Love it, love it,
I
love
mean,
it.
the good thing about vegan food is that everybody can eat it, including
Correct.
me, who's eat everything. So, this one, in terms of prep time, this in terms of creating, because
Yeah,
it's
so-
also kind of intimidating to me to create sushi.
Sushi is a little bit more intense in the preparation of making it, just because there's a serious technique involved in it. When I started in the industry, my mother looked at me crazy when I told her, because I started off in fine dining, and she looked at me crazy when I said I wanted to go learn how to
Make sushi.
make sushi. Learn from a sushi master that was in Trinidad. And I learned there that it's such a precise technique.
Right.
When you're in Japan or real sushi restaurants, you take like 3 years just cooking rice.
Wow.
You cannot touch a roll. It's a revered and respected art form. And I like the precision that it helps me in my career to be precise, to be very meticulous in what I do.
Yeah.
So this is why I was like, yeah.
Now,
it's
Chef, I'm
definitely-
seeing before you cut the sushi, you're dipping that knife in water. What's the reason for that?
So that is because there is the rice. It is going to stick to the sushi. So we always have to, anytime you touch rice, there's a rule. when you touch rice, and your hands must be moist or whatever utensils you're cutting board and stuff, just so that the rice doesn't stick to it, because it's not like regular rice that is, it's a short grain rice that is very sticky. So
That I knew.
it needs that kind of lubrication on it to prevent it from
I was
sticking.
very proud of myself about learning about the ingredients in sushi, particularly because I had that preconceived notion as well.
Right.
It's like that raw fish thing.
Yeah.
Not everybody could do that.
Correct.
I'm trying to get no
So
poison.
it's like, yeah, it's like a
So,
warm up. It's
yeah.
a warm up rule. So but I would always tell people, even if you're eating sushi, raw sushi, actual fish, you have to just know it's a reputable suppliers that you
right.
have to go to.
Yeah.
People who you know are buying the best product, and yeah.
So if it is we're dealing with raw fish, let's say we buy sushi today, can we store that for a few days in the
Typically,
fridge? And
no,
then eat it
typically
again?
it's not really fish you have to worry about. Once it's a reputable supplier that you get your sushi from, it would last about a day in the fridge. My thing with sushi is the rice. The rice is the integral part of it, not really the backup ingredients, because
Yes.
you could basically do whatever you want with that.
Right.
But the rice texture, once that changes, that could kind of interrupt the
experience.
Correct.
Like, let's just call it what it is.
Yeah, so once it is you get
experience.
it from a reputable person, you don't really have to worry about 2 days
Is
max.
this the pineapple chow going on here?
Yes, it is. The pineapple chow is, and it's pineapple chow. So you have,
Pepper?
I did not put pepper because.
Man, it's not pineapple chow. It's pineapple seasoning.
Wow.
Ignore Rockers,
Once it
please.
has, to me, once it has garlic and
Yes.
shadow benny,
It's chow.
It's chow.
And it is really, really sad that you at home can't smell what's
Yeah.
happening in the studio right now. You're getting that shadow benny, you're getting all the nice seasonings that
Any
come with a
pineapple
nice
seasoning.
pineapple chow.
Correct.
Sans
I'm
pepper.
backtracking a little bit to the roll itself, because we have, yes, we know we have usually the raw fish, we have the rice, but the black seaweed that is used to wrap.
so the nori, yeah, it's
That's the word. That's what I
nori.
wanted to confirm.
So that's another good thing about learning how to do sushi, is because you learn some Japanese words in the mix.
have to.
So nori is basically a seaweed paper that is typically used to roll certain types of sushi. So you have a range of sushis. You have hand rolls, you have nigiris, you have makis, and all of those good stuff. The nori is used to basically hold the rice into place. So what we do is we spread a sheet of nori. You spread your rice, flip it over. Sometimes you could, if you want the nori on the outside, it depends on
Okay, if you fancy.
how you do it.
Yeah,
Correct.
yeah.
And then, but a lot of people have that it's a texture thing
Yeah.
with nori. So it's kind of like either you like it,
No, you don't.
You don't like
you
it,
don't
yeah.
like it, yeah.
Well, let me find out now.
All right. And just to top it off, I have
Pepper.
Yes.
What's
it's
wrong with
spicy.
the one for this morning?
So
I will
just
out of the spice.
okay.
Come now, yes,
so
not a
I will
problem.
have one of those little boats with some spice
Gotcha.
on mine.
So
Yeah.
you can
No
go right
spice.
ahead.
Also, I'm ready.
I will try
All
one
right.
with
This
spice.
is just a mayo
Yes.
with there's a can't call the name, but there's a
special
product, a new product on the market that I'm in love with because of the flavor profile that it has.
And it has
So
alcohol.
again, no, this one does not. That one did, but
Okay.
this one is the non-alcoholic version of it.
Okay.
So again, it's a shadow benny infused
This
sauce.
smells so good.
Yes. Chef, where can we see you this weekend?
Okay, so
your
I will be actually providing desserts for Caesar's Army. I'm doing a dessert table for them there.
Yes.
And then I'm actually going to be liming a little bit this weekend.
Yes.
There you go.
Thank you, chef.
Taken, sometimes you have to work and play. So
Oh, yes.
I'll be going to Curiosity Fest.
Yes,
we
we'll
go
see you
wine.
there.
Yeah, we will bounce
Tell me
up.
something. The clear paper around it is what?
So that's a bamboo paper that we start to use now. Again, just trying to be conscious of the environment, not trying to use too much plastics. So it's bamboo. It's disposable.
Completely edible.
Is it edible?
It's not edible. No.
We have to take that off.
You could eat it, but I wouldn't suggest it. Don't eat it.
See,
I
Very
already.
good. Don't
Anybody,
eat it.
I bought with chopsticks just
Please.
in
Yes,
case.
can we?
'Cause,
Let's
yeah.
be fancy.
Yes, please do.
fact,
It's an
with
experience.
Because correct.
Fun fact with sushi, it's actually proper and completely acceptable to fit the entire piece in your mouth.
It is,
Yeah.
and using your
bite.
fingers, because
Oh, you
typically.
can't
I
use
was
your
just about
fingers
to say.
too.
Correct.
So to those girls,
So you can have, yes, you
let
can
me
have
just,
it.
let me just to the young ladies who have only discovered sushi because of Instagram.
No, fingers.
And they're trying to be cute on the first date.
Oh.
And they can't really use the chopsticks.
Oh.
You can actually,
You with the bullet, with
she like, well, sir, you can actually take the entire roll and fit it into your mouth.
It's actually
I hope you don't
encouraged
get
to
that
use your
shot.
fingers.
Please don't get that shot. But anyway,
So I'm still here trying to take off this little piece of
I didn't take it off nothing.
Me taking up that bamboo, taking not coming off.
Yes.
That's coming off. Me taking it off.
yeah.
Oh no, that's rice paper. That is
Yeah.
edible.
Oh, that's edible.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
good.
That's rice paper that you wrap the sushi in just to
Right.
protect it from the
The
liquid.
smorgasbord
on
of
it.
flavor that is happening.
Let me see what's
right
going on
now.
here. My
The cream
gosh.
cheese, the textures,
Everything
the
is good?
pineapple.
I thought you was going to put the whole thing in your mouth.
Yeah, I thought so too.
No, well, you see what had happened was, I want to describe to the people what I'm enjoying this morning.
I'm gonna try, but let's see. Just know where this paper is
One of
getting
my
back
favorite
here.
things
Yeah,
about
just fingers. That's
Yeah.
it,
sushi is how filling it is as well.
Correct. Yeah. You just
And
need
so
a
as
few
much
pieces.
as you do as much as people don't have a whole roll. Look at Ruckus's face. This is how you know it's good. This is not how you know it's good. The texture, the flavors, the flavors.
The only
remind
thing
me
this
of
thing
Trinidad.
missing is
It's
meat.
pepper. Oh. It's meat. I actually don't feel like it does. But it's that good.
Now you feel your feelings.
So you know someone after you want to come and just do this every day.
You understand?
I don't know. Just
Come
there's-
to your
I'm always game for new
Plants and all
opportunities.
that.
So
It's
yeah,
matching my jacket. And
let's
my
do
belly.
it. Let's do it.
The cream cheese hit me. Plantain hit me.
Correct.
Pineapple hit me.
Yeah.
This is
So
good.
just-
Pineapple,
it's
the
just
pineapple is
a-
a nice touch on top.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Love
turn
it.
a tang.
Yeah.
If it had pepper, it would be even better.
Oh my God.
I like to judge you.
This feels very Caribbean. This feels very Trinbago.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
So
and I'm
again,
not even trying to be corny here, but like between
like
plantain and
sushi.
pineapple, it's like, yeah.
I think what a lot of chefs suffer from as well, we try to do too much, again, international cuisine is great, but we don't understand the wealth and the beauty of our ingredients.
Yeah.
And we need to start to explore it more while
them,
pairing
yeah.
with different things from outside. So
Chef,
We hope.
before we go, tell us about, how we can find you, websites, email, that sort of thing.
So my website information is www.marakikcateringtt.com. I am on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, and I'm just here to,
Make a yanka wine.
feed the people.
Ayanka is
Good-
feeding
good
into
stuff,
the
good stuff.
stereotype that once you give women food, they will dance. She's feeding into that stereotype.
I am.
It's
I
a
am
proven
that.
fact.
Chef,
Yeah.
thank you so much for joining
Thank
us
you
this
so much
morning.
for having me.
I totally appreciate the quinoa and the sushi. This is right up my alley.
Nice.
And of course, it's for everybody, pescatarian, vegetarian. This one is for you. So, Chef, thank you so much for coming
Oh,
in. And of
you're
course, we're going to
welcome. Thank
see
you so
you
much.
in QRC
Yes,
tomorrow.
I'll be there.
Nice.
I'll be there.
But stay with us. We have so much more coming up on the Now Morning Show. Thanking again Chef Ayanka, who's dancing, and Ruckus, who's still in the corner griping about pepper sauce. My name is Kimberly. We're going to be right back.